Let's talk about the TikTok ban in the US and more or less the latest news. Now, as of about 17 hours ago, there was an important update from TikTok that they regret that the US law banning TikTok will take effect January 19th and force us to make our services temporarily unavailable. We're working to restore our service in the US as soon as possible, and we appreciate your support. Please stay tuned. Now, the next screenshot from Marcus is that sorry, TikTok isn't available right now. A law banning TikTok has been enacted in the US. Unfortunately, that means you can't use TikTok for now. We are fortunate that President Trump has indicated that he will work with us on a solution to reinstate TikTok once he takes office. Please stay tuned. Now, President Trump is expected to be sworn in tomorrow, January the 20th, in the US, and more or less this lasted about something like 12 hours, and it seems like the ban is being lifted because TikTok has come out with a statement. In agreement with the service providers, TikTok is in the process of restoring service. We thank President Trump for providing the necessary clarity and assurance to service providers that they will face no penalties, providing TikTok to over 170 million Americans and allowing over 7 million small businesses to thrive. It's a strong stand for the First Amendment and against arbitrary censorship. We will work with President Trump on a long-term solution that keeps TikTok in the United States. So, is the TikTok ban still on? Seems like it's off because Trump's obviously is sworn in. Obviously, if you read the comments right here, people go on that he's the one who started it. Wanted to ban TikTok sometime, I believe, in 2020 and all that. And if you actually look, I don't think the updates have come in yet. TikTok ban, Supreme Court upholds law barring app from the US. So why was TikTok banned in the US? Obviously, it's because TikTok is Chinese owned and it's owned by a company called ByteDance. That's the same company that owns CapCut. And CapCut, because TikTok was banned, CapCut was also banned and removed from the App Store and so on and so forth. But probably we'll see this coming back as soon as President Trump is sworn in and the deal goes through, because what happens is that they want either 50-50 with a US company shareholding or a company or somebody in the US to make a purchase of TikTok as it operates in the US. So it's a ton of business right there that would have gone down the drain. As you can see from NBC News, what to know as TikTok received service following Trump's statement on delaying the ban. TikTok is back online for US users after President-elect Trump announced plans for an executive order to postpone the ban. So you can see it was restored on Sunday following assurances from President-elect Trump. So how did we get here? There's just a ton of things right inside here. And yeah, as you can see, why is TikTok being banned? So it's all this, a bunch of things right here because of obviously data. Data is the new currency, and more or less it's the Chinese having a lot of data on Americans, maybe shopping behaviors and all that thing. So obviously Mr. Beast had said that he wants to buy TikTok more or less as it operates in the US, and probably Elon Musk might come in, but mostly Mr. Beast or maybe some other moneyed person in the US. But that's the latest news on TikTok. So obviously if you use CapCut, you must have been affected by this, and maybe the other alternative to this, to CapCut, is Filmora. So yeah, that's where the TikTok ban is at the moment. Hopefully it gets better by the day, and hopefully it's reinstated in the US, because most freelancers that freelance for clients in the US that use TikTok would have gone out of business in a way, as others were moving to Rednote, another Chinese owned more or less TikTok-like app, but hopefully it comes back. So that's it for the TikTok ban in the US. Latest news. See you around.